Yo, hello everybody. X2, Phil Massicott, IC3, Q4. Okay, so I'm waiting for the ad break to end, and then I'm going to explain what I'm going to do, and we're going to start. Oh no, I closed my dashboard. Okay, so hello everybody. Here's the plan for today. It seems that the bug that I wasn't sure that Microsoft fixed actually was fixed. And so that means that what I was expecting is that the instant they would fix that bug, then everything would work. So I was just observing that my extension wasn't working with the latest patch, and so I thought that, I don't know, there was still something broken in there. But I also have a smaller like repro, smaller example, and that one is fixed. So I'll show that in a moment. So that means that they did what they had to do, and now it's on me to figure out what else is broken and make everything work. So what is the goal? The goal is that right now, if you want to get a language server in VS Code for HTML, so if you want to install Super HTML, you need to get the extension and you need to get the executable and put it in your path. And that is super annoying. Instead, the idea is, what if we were able to build the DLSP for WebAssembly and bundle it in the VS Code extension? Bundling it with the VS Code extension basically guarantees that the user has to do fewer things, ensures that the extension is always in sync with the executable. Basically, everything that supports VS Code now we support, which I don't think is actually that big of a change. But I don't know. Maybe there's free BSD out there, and I'm not releasing free BSD tarballs. And who knows? Maybe something's broken in the standard library, in the Zig standard library, with regards to FreeBSD or something. I don't know. That's now out of the equation. There's a price for this. WASM is not maximally efficient. It's a bytecode. It's a virtual machine. Native is better than virtual. Period. But shouldn't be that bad, given what our thing is trying to do. So overall, it should be like a net positive, at least from my perspective. So here's what I have. I have written a echo. This is not a real build of the language server. This is just an echo executable. So if I do wasn't time Super HTML, if I type, it replies. It sends me back. It's an echo server basically. Hello, drunk time lord. So You know what? Maybe I should put it in the title of the stream. Okay. So if we run VS Code this way, and we start debugging, you can see here that we see printed back the entire handshake. This is what was failing before. Although maybe this is the version with a super big buffer. So let's double check that this is what we think it is. Let's see. I'm trying to figure out a good way for people to install my Zig Dev tool. What do you suggest? I was thinking if you could just do Zig fetch and then be able to run it on your project somehow, that would be cool. In Python, you can add console scripts in your CLI. Can you remind me what your Zig Dev tool is specifically? If you have a link, I'm happy to check that out too. Oh, Zig imports. Okay. So there is no. Oh wait. Okay, it's just that I never made the connection that these and these are the same person since it's so different. Zig does not have a one-click way of building tools like other languages do, and I would argue for good reason, because those things can be convenient, but also they kind of inherently suck, in my opinion. And at the end of the day, they kind of are just a worse version of your system package manager. So there is some friction necessary for people to use your tool, but in my opinion, the friction is minimal and totally a price that a Zig developer would be willing to pay to use Zig imports. So the way it would work is that basically they just build Zig imports somewhere and then they put that in their path if they want to use it. Just like today, that's what you do with the Super HTML CLI tool, the Ziggy CLI tool, and all the other stuff that all the stuff that I'm doing. Because ultimately, it's between the user and the system maintainers the choice of how and where to put executables. It's probably too much work. I don't know. You decide. Right? I suspect it might be too much work, but like if you really wanted to make this simpler, one way would be to package your tool for system packages so that a user could do, apt-get install Zig imports, for example. That would make it easier, more convenient for them, and in my opinion, make it easier, but also in the correct way. The half-assed tools through the language package manager, I'm sure that somebody will write something like that in the future for Zig. But I think you can see how that's it's like a local maxima, however you want to define it. It's a weird situation where your language package manager is making things marginally easier, but also not all that much. What you could do, another way of looking at it, could be that you could tell people to add it as a build dependency. So like you add it as a dependency to your project, and then there's a build step that runs it. Maybe that would work. I'm not sure if that would be like optimal. Probably not. I would not consider it optimal, but that's another way of making it work. So the idea is you don't have a real, you don't have the step where you have to put it in your path, but instead by adding it as a dependency, you wire it into your build script and you attach it to test, like a test step. I would say that that's it may be some more convenient in certain ways, but way less convenient in others. So I was looking into a Zig build lint command. Yeah, you know what the problem is? I think at its core, the problem is that what Zig import does is kinda what the compiler should do for you. So it's as a tool, it's in a weird spot because of that, I think. Like the best tool, the tool best position for providing that kind of stuff is the compiler itself, ultimately. So personally, wait, sorry. Also, am I correct in saying that you can make that this is like a CLI tool that you can run on a project, like on a subtree, or does it need knowledge of your build? It's a CLI. In that case, personally, I think that just saying, yeah, get the executable, get it in your path is, in my opinion, the most balanced approach. Some people won't do it because they're lazy. I might be one of those. I will maybe at some point. I think that my projects right now, the ones that I'm working on, are not yet at a point where that kind of polish is like, I have bigger problems to fix first, and then eventually I can get to a point where I can polish this stuff as well. But oh yeah, there's also that. Yeah, if you ship pre-built versions. Sorry, I was thinking building from source because Zig programmer. That's like my first instinct. But yeah, curl pipe to bash, that works as well. Yeah. Okay, so you know what? I might have been overly optimistic because I tried this out and it worked, and I thought, oh wait, so they fixed it. But now I'm starting to think that I'm using the wrong blob. So just to reduce the amount of variables in play, untest wazi hello, I have a Rust program that does the reading. And this is now set to 100 bytes here in the source code, but I'm not sure. Oh fuck! Can't find crate core. Bro, why are you like this? Why do I need bit flags, actually? This file is automatically generated by Cargo. It is not intended for manual editing. Okay. Rust up. Target. Ah, there we go. Okay, so this was just modified. Let's try again. This is with a very small buffer. Voila, it prints it all. It works. I think we can even make it more explicit. So let's change it so that it tells us every time it makes a partial read, it tells us that that was a read. build it, paste it, run it. Show me the goodies. Hell yeah, it totally works. Okay, so my enthusiasm wasn't misplaced. They actually did fix this, which is awesome. Thank you, Microsoft. So now that this works, what happens if we replace so Zig build wasm -p wasm. So this should be the Zig version. Yep. And this was expecting a handshake from us, which we failed. Understandably. Start debugging. Somehow this still goes out of whack. Prints this, says the super HTML LSP started. But then the handshake never completes. So that's scary because we're in a situation where the simple Rust reproducer doesn't reproduce anymore. So the bug that we correctly identified before has been fixed. But it still doesn't work, and we don't know why. So, time to go spelunking on what the fuck is going wrong with our code base. What did we do wrong? So let's remove these. Let's run the exe. This prints super HTML LSP started. This sets everything up, but we die at some point. Is it in loop or is it in init that the handshake stuff happens? I think the handshaking happens. Well, init doesn't do anything, so never mind. It's the transport init that does stuff, I think. Or not? No, just okay. So is it loop? I guess. While server keep running. Read JSON message. Okay. So it seems that this is where we died. Maybe we should add some debug, some logging stuff. Can we turn that stuff on? Oh, I'm not sure we can that easily. Oh, but it should be on. Wait. We have this stuff. No, we don't have this stuff. We don't set up logging in. So with the CLI LSP, we do set that up, but we don't set any logging up, like log into a file in the WebAssembly case. Because wasm.zig is the main function, doesn't set up anything. It doesn't override. The other one instead, CLI, that one has the log function override. Yes, panic override. Yeah, everything override. So, yep. So that means that no, we don't have the ability to look at these things, unfortunately. But, well, maybe we can add some more print debugging. Manually, I mean. So this was in, yeah, server loop. Read JSON message. Oh, there's also this lock unlock stuff, which is interesting. Okay, let's see if we get to see that message. Why is it saying this? Did I not save the other file? I did not save the other file. Okay. So yeah, we're past locking. And then past reading. And I suspect that yeah, we never get past reading. God damn it. So there's a call to read until blah blah blah. Let's see. SD debug the print. I bet you that this read something something we're never gonna see. Because I suspect that we hang in read and read until the limiter unlock. Could it be that we are expecting a different delimiter than what we were getting from stupid VS Code? Like what I'm thinking is that now, since we don't have a syscall problem anymore, now we might have a protocol problem. Maybe. Weird, but red 1. Oh, red 21, red 1. That's not a lot. What did we read then? Oh no. I feel like this equals that also. Oh my god. Oh. So right, that's why we continue reading. And somehow we never survive this thing, so let's see what happens. Start debugging. Oh, I need to rebuild. Okay, Cargo, you did your job. Thank you, Rust. That has been a great help. Oh. $21 is such a sus number. Content length 6172. And then we read 1. I think we're reading content length. And then we are reading a new line. Or a... Yeah, because it's probably content length and then CRLF, right? So we're reading the carriage return, I'm guessing. Isn't this how it's supposed to work in any case? So what is not working here? So we read this. Header name is from start until the colon. Yeah. We should be content length. And then we parse int. Well, I guess we can do this. We should be breaking. This is curious, to say at the very least. Okay, so we do survive the first loop. It works. So yeah, so this gets parsed correctly. Okay. Well, congrats. So remove this, remove this, remove this. So we survived this. We survived parse. Wait a second. If we survived parse, how come... So how come that we never print past reading? No, we do print past reading. Okay. So where the heck are we? Oh, God. Wait. Am I going insane? I thought we could not see that message before. Well, now I removed it. Okay. Okay, let's put it back. Past reading. And then past message, I guess. Let's turn it into a past header. Past header. Past message. Okay. Oh, there was a new line thing probably went on. Okay, so past header, but we do not make it past message, right? Okay, this is, I'm not going insane. We do not make it past message. Nothing says past message. Okay, so that's where we get stuck in parsing the message. Oh, God. Which is literally a full read. I bet you that if we do something like -1 or something to that effect, then it works. Let's add new lines also. Yeah, there's no logic. This is just a straight naked read of the content length, and it's getting stuck. There is no way the problem is with us. It's an off by 1 error. So that's why it's not working, because there's an off by 1 error. God damn it. No. Okay, it's something different. Like, what the heck is going on? Read errorcast. Interesting. Holy shit, what does errorcast do? That might be something that I need in some other code. I never used it, errorcast. Wow. So read no EOF. Read no EOF. And this never returns. Or wait. Or wait. Because actually, we don't know. The alloc call is also a sys call potentially. So maybe that's what hangs. Please don't be that. Please don't be that. Please don't be that. Okay. Yes. Oof. Okay. Space was allocated. And then we failed to read. Also, shouldn't it be like read all? I guess we're reading just some of the message. So what if I change this to read all? Like, I think that the no EOF part Unlock Sentinel. No, I don't think it's necessary because we pass around the slices, so maybe it's a bug in our WASI read stuff implementation. We never return from that call. Like it doesn't matter what we do. What happens if I make a very tiny slice? Extremely tiny slice. Stuff downstream should go out of whack because it's wrong. Yeah. So that works. That works, but is this again the 16K thing? Bro, Zig is better than Rust? Question mark, question mark, question mark. Well, if you had asked me this question with a single question mark, I would have been tempted to lie to you. But you know, when it's 3 question marks, it's kind of like JavaScript. The more question marks you put, the more I'm bound to tell you the truth. The answer is I don't know. Try both, pick whichever works best for you. $16,384, but this is not a 16K read in any case. Well, that was about writing. Sorry, that's also the Zig website. That's not what we're looking at right now. We're looking at this. Yeah, this is just a 6K thing. Let's like use our, what do we do? Let's binary search this base. 3,000. Let's see, how does that one work? So this works. 5,000. I close one window too many. 5,000 hangs. And manual binary search is such a joy. Holy cow. Fuck. That might have something to do with it. You know what? That's an interesting number. Let's take a look. Breaks. Hello, Lamlin. How's it going? Not great. Fighting with VS Code, with weird ass VS Code bugs. So this still poops itself. But 4,000 was working, right? Am I going insane? Or, well, maybe it's not that stable. Maybe there's some other factor that changes the threshold a little bit. Yeah, okay. Wait, is it like 4,000 the limit or something? Because we tried 4,096 and that was already broken, right? So it's in there. So 4001 still works. Thousand and 50 still works. I am really confused by what's going on. By the way, I'm doing this whole thing, but I should have already gone with a loop that keeps printing as long as it succeeds one byte at a time. I don't know why I haven't done that yet. I plan to do that next. So you know what? This is going to be the last iteration. Then I'm going to go to the other system that I want to do anyway. So this is okay. This is the magic number. The magic number is 4072. So the server claims that a message has this length, but in reality, reading more than this hangs. Yeah, let's not go the tinfoil path of yeah. That's the that's the age of Jesus when he went into the cave and died. um. Okay, let's see what these bytes are then, because clearly these bytes are not going to be a full message. I would expect like either the server is super lying or why would it report is there a reason for it to report more bytes than actually what is actually available to read? No, there's just no way. Okay, let's see what these bytes are. So I guess now that we know this, here's what we can do. Accumulator, while true, that should give me a count, right? Yeah, that gives me a count. Oh wait, actually, I don't even need to do this because yeah, now that I what am I doing? Now that I know the magic number, I can just read whatever ended up in JSON message. Okay, let's see what it is that we read then. So allocate this page as a message. Oh, I'm reading garbage. I'm printing garbage because I am not slicing JSON message. Let's slice JSON message to the right line so that we don't print garbage. Okay. So it contains a JSON RPC message, but I would expect it to not be complete. Yeah, it's not complete. It stops at folding range. So there was more. There was more message. But then if we were to try to read one more, oh, oops, I forgot to rebuild it. Yeah. So there's some data missing. Well, let's get a better title, like one that makes people suspect less that it should be posted in a different repo. Missing data in SD in. Maybe we can make a clip. Like there is no way that we can provide this as a repro easily, I think. But we can at least make a make a clip so that the behavior can be observed. I guess. And I think we should split this into a read byte by byte thing. What is this thing? What is this Zig that I keep hearing about? It's a programming language. That's all there is to it. Okay, so we say that, and then instead of calling read no UF with a magic number, we really read by byte. Again, this is like overkill, but the point is making it like a video repro so that you can look at the thing and understand what's going on better without needing the full context. So reading byte by byte, and then var accumulator usize 0 while true. Oh, but we don't even want this, right? We want read byte. Okay, let's see. I don't know, Christoph. In my opinion, Zig and Rust, and maybe even Odin, are a bit in a special place at the moment. Rust is a bit less. I think that every time somebody asks, is language A better than language B, the question is inherently superficial, and the question is wrong, and there is no right answer to give to it. There are ways in which that is not to say that, everything is relative, every language is, good. No, there are better and worse languages once you fix a specific use case that you have in mind. And the more details you add to your specific use case, the more you can, build an equation that tells you which of the two or of the many options is the preferable one. The problem is that this equation oftentimes is also somewhat subjective, meaning that not only you need to specify the engineering task at hand, meaning, I don't know, I want to make, which is the better language, Zig or JavaScript? I don't know, maybe you're tempted to say an answer, but then what are you trying to do? And the answer is, well, I'm trying to animate a div in a web page. And it's like, fuck, yeah, of course JavaScript is better. Sure, you can kind of pull it off with Zig, but still you will have to have some JavaScript in there no matter what. Which is better, Rust or Zig? Well, what are you trying to do? I'm trying to make an iOS mobile application. It's like, man, neither. You should be using Swift in that case for practical reasons, which is like because Swift is like the blessed language in that ecosystem. So of course you should be using that. So first of all, there's that. But then on top of that, let's say that the use case is one where both Rust and Zig would be good. Fine. Then there's the entire question of your own personal preferences. And in that case, there is no universal consensus on what is the one true correct way of programming. We don't have that knowledge. There are different people that have different preferences. Different tools work better for them or worse, depending on a lot of things. And so, yeah, there is not one true answer. I can answer for my personal situation. I can answer based on observing certain outcomes. I do believe that C++, for example, encourages a problematic programming style. But at the same time, go watch Andreas Kling write C++, and you will find that he is extremely productive, and everything that he does is pretty good. I wouldn't be able to do that myself if I were to use C++, because it's very far from my way of understanding, of approaching programming. So, yeah. So, Zig or Rust, I don't know, man. It's like, it's complicated. Go figure it out yourself. Also, here's a third layer. Whatever answer I can give you is marketing. Every time you ask somebody for their opinion on something, you're asking them for a sales pitch. The only thing that is not marketing is you doing the work to try the thing out yourself firsthand and coming up with an opinion. And this is hilarious because developers think that they are immune to marketing. A lot of people think, oh man, this silly marketing, that doesn't work on me. No. If you're coming here and asking me to tell you which is better, you're asking for marketing. And by the way, my affiliation with Zig, that's not the point. If you were to go on the streets and ask any random person about their opinion on Zig versus Rust, you would be asking them for marketing because you would be asking for a like pre-digested opinion that they have that is tainted with their interests and that is categorically worse than what you would be able whatever conclusion you would come to if you were to do the work to do it yourself. Obviously, you can't always do the work to come an opinion, like a full, well-formed opinion for everything on the planet. So marketing makes sense. READMEs are good. Advertisements, they are not inherently evil. Some just kind of are. But the point of advertising things and like trying to give you a picture of something without you knowing everything is legitimate. But if you are a software engineer and your entire, like your job, your profession is to become a master of these tools, then you need to do the fucking work to do that. You can't just ask people for random opinions and then think that you're so smart, because you're not. You're just being dumb. So if you're asking me if Rust is better than Zig or vice versa or whatever, you're being dumb. You're categorically being dumb, and you shouldn't do that. If you want to come up with an opinion, download both. Try Rust for 1 week, try Zig for 1 weekend, and decide which one you like best. That is the best advice I can give you. Then, if after that you want to have, maybe you have more specific questions where you're interested in the roadmap, where you're interested in, something more specific than which is better, Zig or Rust, then I'm happy to answer those questions for sure. And give you my opinion. And by the way, it's not necessarily that everything has to be whether I have, something factual to tell you or not. I'm happy to give opinions. I'm happy to give you marketing. But there's a difference between asking for, somebody their nuanced opinion on a specific subset of something and then asking them which language is better. It's so dumb. It's just so dumb. Okay, so we were writing this repro. Did we actually make it good? I think we made it look good. We built it. Let's run it once so that we can see the output. And then I'm gonna enter recording mode. Yeah, it prints up to following range and then it stops. Cool. Coffee and breathe. Okay. Shall we do it? Shall we record it for the Microsoft guy? What's his name? I'm gonna address him directly. Also to thank him for his work. There's one dude working on this stuff, by the way. It's kind of insane. He's the only one holding the fort. Everybody else's Microsoft is busy adding ads to Windows 11 and to other, things that make users' life worse. And Dirk is alone implementing the WASI stuff. So, okay. Okay, let's enter record mode. Maybe I should add a marker or something. I guess I can make a highlight. I can say it and then make a highlight for it. Okay, let's roll. So, okay, hi Dirk. This is, sorry, I cannot provide you with a better reproduction than this because it's a little bit complicated, but this is a existing implementation of a language server that works with the CLI. And so it's it works, at least in the native context. I'm looking at the basic code that reads, that does the read, parse, reply loop. And I've annotated it with some print debugging because I want to showcase that what happens is that the initial message from the editor, the LSP client, gets truncated. We never able to read all the bytes, and so we basically a deadlock, hanging there forever, and we never make progress. Which is why originally I wasn't sure if the original read bug was fixed or not. So I can confirm that bug was fixed, but now there's a off by a few thousand bytes error. So let me show you quickly how it works. So we start reading here. I will print the header line that we read, which is going to be a content length line that contains also how many bytes we should expect to be able to read after. we allocate a corresponding memory for it, and then we start reading byte by byte. The original code did not read byte by byte, but I changed it to be a byte by byte read because you will see that this read doesn't go all the way up to content length. It stops early. We'll also be able to see that that not only it stops early, but also the message is clearly truncated, meaning the JSON is not complete. It's gonna leave. It's gonna be clearly incomplete, which is why I think that this is not like a protocol implementation error. This is like bytes that probably got lost in the WASI layer somewhere. And then we print done. Spoilers. We'll never get to printing done. We'll never get to the exit. So I already built this earlier, but for maximum clarity, this builds a WASM version of the LSP. Here I have I'm running I'm debugging extension, and you can see that it's running, but it stops at 471. So let's go from the start. So we run this. We get to the header line. The header line says that there are 6,000 bytes. We start reading byte by byte. Man, this jumps very fast. Okay, we start reading byte by byte, and then as we go down, yeah, it stops at 4,071. And as you can see, this is like folding range. It's a JSON key, and then it opens an object, and that's where we die. So I think that what's happening is that some of the math for chunked reads is not working in this use case. I'm sorry that I cannot provide you easily with better repro, but at least you have this video that showcases what's going on, and maybe you can reproduce this yourself. If it doesn't work, then I don't know. Maybe I can try harder to make a repro after that. Well, that's it. So thank you again, and hope this helps. Okay, so now I need to cut this and make that issue. Let's go. Okay, missing data in WASI SD. Thanks to the initial handshake because the content length header reports a number of bytes greater than with an A, but is actually available in the stream. I've observed that the JSON message is truncated, meaning, well, possibly indicating the future of bug reports are TikTok formats. Who knows? I mean, you get the advantage that that the bug repro is short. Now that I think about it, though, were we able to see the full message from the Rust repro? Let me for a moment also get back the Rust repro. And the Rust repro has a, let's give it a buffer of 10. Yeah, and we're printing. We're printing everything like this. What happens if we have a buffer of 10? What do we see now? In this case, it reads everything. That's bonkers. That's bonkers. So the problem is that with more naive use of this stuff, we don't reproduce the problem. How the heck is this possible? This is kind of mind-blowing. I am very confused. We still stop at 4071. So I'm thinking of the difference between Rust and Zig, and the difference between Rust and, like, the main one is that they use, I suspect that they use some kind of libc for WASM, while we don't by default. I think that this should fail the build. Maybe. Yeah. That's fine. What about this guy? Super HTML. So Super HTML doesn't even want libc. That is guaranteed because we don't. It's pure Zig everything, so that's fine. So this is fine. Maybe there's something about preview 1 that we should set. What can you put in there? OFMT, dynamic linker. There's like preview 1 or something. I need to open inside of Zig. Was the snapshot preview 1 spec available here? Yeah, how do you do that? Was the snapshot preview 1? How do you set this stuff? Oh no. It's not mentioned anywhere. I don't know. It's like a wait, it's being used as pub exer. Is that like a calling convention? I guess you don't have to specify this stuff or something. So the weird thing is, why are we not experiencing this bug from the simplified Rust version? The simplified Rust version can read everything. You know what we should do? We should write an echo version in Zig. So in Zig, we implement the equivalent of the Rust version, and we try to see if we observe the same behavior or if we observe the truncated read. Yeah, that's what we need to do. Okay, give me a sec. I'll take a super fast button break, and then we implement that in Zig, and we see what happens. Man, these bugs are so weird, though. What the heck? What the heck? Okay. Let's make a repro in Zig. Man. We have echo. We don't have echo. Maybe we can put it in WASI. Web function main. Okay, let's see if how close we can get with this repro. So let's start by reading everything byte by byte. Okay, this is like the very basic version of echo. Oh wait, this is build.exe. Build.exe wasn't. Is this it? Dash dash target with a space with a single dash. It's been a long time since I used build.exe. Name. Dash target. Space. Yeah, what's the problem, man, then? Oh, don't tell me. Name is with an equal sign. No. Oh, wait, without dot wasn't. The super HTML. Ever expected? Oh, yeah, wait. The fucking file. Of course. Okay, wasn't time. Works for me. Actually, wait. No, please. No, no, you're fucking with me. Oh god. This version hangs reading the first character. Are you serious? So it's Zig. Okay. This is weird. This is horribly weird. Let's change it maybe. Let's change to the Rust version to read one byte at a time. Okay, out with the weird unsafe stuff. So I guess we can turn this into a single byte thing. That would work. But it doesn't hang. Oh god. Okay, it's already become unreadable. Mm. Yeah. Okay, let's do the DLC version also hangs. Okay, I am, yeah, I'm not sure about what's going on at this point. Hey, Toggle, Raid and Run. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. We are in the middle of a crisis. This is a moment of, this is the worst moment in the whole history of the Avengers. Oh, no. Oh, no. Okay, let me tell you what's going on. So, there was a bug in. So, my goal here is the following. I have a VS Code extension that gives you support for running my HTML LSP. I have an HTML LSP that you can use, and it tells you when you're writing bad HTML. But right now, if you want to use it from VS Code, you have to install the VS Code extension. This one. Oh, I don't even have it installed. This one. So you have to install it. Yeah, and it works. The problem is that this extension it requires you to have a super HTML executable in your path. So you have to install the extension and then go grab the CLI tool somehow, somewhere. What instead I wanted to do is bundle a WebAssembly build of the entire language server in the extension so that you can just get the extension and that's it. You're off to the races. You don't have to download another executable. You don't have to put it in path. There is no risk that the executable goes too much out of sync with the extension to the point where maybe, some config thing doesn't match anymore and then you have trouble. Or like you never update it. Like the VS Code extension will update itself automatically, but then your CLI tool will not update itself automatically. I could engineer this stuff into the extension. Like you can have a VS Code extension, download arbitrary executables from the internet, which by the way, great feature, huh? And have it update automatically stuff. So could totally be done, but it's a ton of code. It's a ton of work. It's brittle. And Microsoft has been somewhat a little bit vocal about the ability to bundle your extension, like your program in a WebAssembly blob that runs in VS Code. So why not do that? The problem is that when I attempted this originally, this stuff is fairly bleeding edge. And when I attempted this originally, I experienced this issue here that reading would hang. Didn't they just stabilize? They just did, yes. So I was experiencing this bug, reported it, they fixed it, and that ended up being part of their 1.0 release. So yeah, so this is the commit that fixes that bug, and this is part of the commits that then ended up being part of the 1.0 release of that extension, of the Wasm Wazi extension. Problem is, I tried to run my LSP and it was hanging still, as if the bug was never fixed. Then I started investigating it a little bit more, and I discovered that there's basically the problem is that, well, I can show you. The problem is that if I if I build my LSP and start debugging it, basically what happens is that it hangs still. I added some print debugging to show exactly why it's hanging, but more precisely what's happening is that we have to read 6,000. So we receive the content, the header line from the client that says that their message is 6,000 bytes long. And then we start reading those bytes. I changed, previously it was just a one big read of the correct size, but it would hang. So I turned it into a read single bytes thing, and it reads up to 4,071 bytes. Well, 4072 because this counter starts at 0. So yeah, and that's why we were hanging. We were hanging because the read would, like, this is making it look like that the client has sent us up to this character, and then it's kind of forgetting to send us the rest. That's what it looks like from here. But then here's when things get juicy. I made a Rust, like a Rust Hello World echo server. So I'm making it read 10 characters at a time now. So we build it, and then we can do wasm time, target, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, it's an echo server, basically. Yeah. Guess what, though? If we copy this and replace it to, we place this wasm blob in my vscode extension and debug it, this is an echo server, so it doesn't implement the protocol, but it reads everything to the end. This is the full message. Previously, we were stopping in the middle of the message, so reading stuff this way doesn't cause us to lose data, while reading it the other way does cause us to lose data. Then here's when things get even weirder. Microsoft hates Zig. That might very well be it. So I wrote a Zig version of this, where the idea is it says small as it gets with Zig. So get standard input, start reading from it. And I can build it as echo. So wasm time echo.wasm. And it absolutely works. No problem at all. In wasm time. But then if we install it in the VS Code extension, check it out. This is when things get the weirdest. It hangs after reading the first byte. This is where in a scary movie you will hear the boom. All the characters looking each other in the eye. What? It hangs after reading the first byte. I am not sure about what's going on. How are we making it hang after reading the first byte? And interestingly, why does the Rust version not hang? Well, the Rust version is not reading byte by byte, so maybe we should make the Rust version read byte by byte, which I'm sure it's going to take me just a moment. I'm not going to mess it up. I'm not going to get confused at all. It's going to be as straightforward as I imagine it will be. So no buffer. Do you guys have read byte? Read buff, read vectored, read to end, read exact. There's no read byte. I know that I can keep reading from the buffer. Like I can basically just read a single byte from the previous one. I just wanted to see if there was, for some reason, to get as close as possible to the Zig version. So I guess original code is fine, and then yeah. How can I specify the type of this guy? Oh, you guys can do this. I think you can do this, right? Plus plus? No. Plus equals 1? Yes. Okay, let's see if this is... Oh, there's a bunch of extra new lines. Okay, so no new line here. Space, yes. Single new line. Okay. Same as Zig. Kinda. Difference is that this guy is using libc and I'm not right now, but start debugging. And it works. So this one works and reads all the way while the other one hangs. I think I understand what might be going on. What is the buffering? I think what's happening is that I suspect that this guy is doing aligned reads because of the implicit buffering, while in my case, I don't have any buffering, and that's what's causing problems. I'm issuing reads that are probably not aligned to... Oh, let's see if that might be the case. Hello, Matthew. Okay, so in theory, I could just add, I could just link to libc, but I'm not sure if linking to libc actually implies. I don't think that this actually implies any buffering. I would have to, I guess, to read the source code to find that out, which I don't want to. Yeah, god damn it, look at it, it still hangs. You know what? Maybe also we should have these things mention what they are. Okay, what are we doing here? So what's happening is that reads are hanging in Zig, and they're not hanging in Rust. The LSP still doesn't work because the reads hang, but it's not the old problem. The old problem was actually fixed. Now something else, not identified yet, is causing reads to hang in Zig. And Rust does not have this problem instead. Currently, my suspicion is that yeah, actually, don't fucking know. I don't know. I'm trying stuff at random, basically. I'm not sure what the heck is going on. We should also not discount that there might be problems with printing, not only reading, but... Oh, this is printing Zig Echo. A little bit too much, huh? with the buffered reader, did adding a buffer reader just fix it? No. It changed the behavior. Yes, it did not fix it. We need to read 6,200 characters, 6,100 something. Then that would be fixed. But yeah, so this is really weird. I suspect there might be a magic number, like a magic, yeah, just a magic number. No, I might be wrong. I generally have no idea. Imagine now it stops somewhere else. Now it stops at 3,099. So what we are experiencing is that the first read succeeded, but then the second one doesn't succeed anymore. What if our buffer is 100? What if the problem is the buffer that is too big? No, but we were... Okay, so... Wait, I did not build, right? That's the problem, is that I did not build. Wait. Build. Copy. I don't think this is gonna stop at 100. It did stop at 100. What? Why? Why are we still experiencing this problem? I'm going insane. Okay, so let me give some context to people. Linking or not linking the libcd change the outcome? No, previously it did not seem to change the outcome. But you're, but we can try without. Sure. Build, copy. Stops at 99. Okay, time for the big guns. The ultimate buffer reader. Buffers 1 byte at a time. Let's fucking go. Okay, there is something that wait, what? Okay, Zig echo number. Okay. So what's happening in Zig is that in Zig, still only one read succeeds. And then it hangs. That's what we are observing. So I guess the problem is not experienced anymore on the side of Rust, but it is still experienced on our side. Or Rust has a buffer that is big enough. I think it might just be that Rust has like a huge buffer for this, and we're not observing it from Rust just because it has internal buffering that is big enough. Okay, let me answer some questions. Sorry. Let's see. Could it be a WASM completion error? On paper, on theory, yes. In practice, sincerely doubt so. Yeah, I'm not getting it on stream. Yeah, it's the data gets produced somehow, somewhere, but then somehow it kind of gets lost, and so the read gets issued. And it's as if basically the stream is empty, right? And so we are just waiting for the client to produce more bytes. But no, the bytes are actually there when reading from Rust using the reading in a different way. And if I increase the buffer to 6,000 and something, you will see that we read all the way, all the full message. Linking libc doesn't change anything. Is this reading from standard input? Yes. Only allowed to read once? No. It should be allowed to read more than once, but there seem to be issues related to that. Looks like Rust's buffer is 8K from some Googling. $8,192. Let's go. Magic number. I mean, sure, if this is big enough, then we'll succeed with the process, but that's still not a solution because this will still cause the language server to hang at some point. Yeah, I mean, if it's big enough, then yeah, read till the end. Great. Awesome. But it's still not a solution. You open a file that's big enough and it's still going to poop itself. So how do we test this? So vscode is just fucking broken. I mean, it was before, then they fixed it, and maybe they didn't fix it. So yeah, it was just fucking broken, and it still is. Or at least that's what it seems is the case. So the fix. Well, the fix from the previous time, like literally required adding some support for partial reads that wasn't there before. Like literally, there was some kind of thing that wasn't keeping track of this stuff. Yeah. So the idea is that vscode has a WASM interpreter inside of it already, and the idea is that you how can I say? The idea is that you build your the idea is that there's an extension that also gives you WASI system on top of WASM, and the WASI layer is implemented by them in TypeScript. this is the code that you're looking at. Well, that's some of it. So you build your program targeting WAS and WASI, and for you, your LSP, it's still reading from standard input, printing to standard output. Just everything is happening within VS Code. The problem is that previously we were experiencing basically this same problem here, where one read works, but then the other ones don't anymore. So apparently with Rust, you can't repro it that easily because it needs to be 8K at least. And the first message is 6K, so we can't repro the fading read. But with Zig, we can, because buffering is in our hands. Unless there is a way of reading without buffering, but I don't think so. We had a bunch of unsafe code in here earlier. Can this do anything? You know what? Maybe we could turn on this unsafe stuff. But no, in any case, I think that we are still... Yeah, no, we're still going through libc. Like in Rust, you cannot go without the libc. So in Rust, you can open a row fd for SD in. Would that allow me to skip the buffering? If that allows me to skip the buffering, I would be very interested in that solution. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be possible, to be honest. Because if you're going through, like if you're not issuing the read syscall and instead you're going through libc, then then there is nothing to gain. Let's see. Here we were messing around with this stuff previously. Import module, fdstat get. No, here we were just calling fdstat. We were not even calling read. Maybe we could do fd read. I'm not gonna get this right though. So I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Just for clarity, I do have the VS Code extension. This is latest VS Code. This is the latest VS Code extension for WASI stuff. It is in here. I wouldn't know what else would need to be updated. So I think we need to give them a repro, ideally in Rust. How do we do this? How do we do this? I guess in extension, if I remember correctly, yeah, we could print 1,000 bananas. So we could print 1,000 bananas from VS Code. And I think in theory this should get past Rust's limits. Oh wait, what did I do here? Oh, you know what? Let's get rid of that. We don't need it. Okay. Copy. And now Rust paste the 10,000 bananas challenge. It didn't work. Wait, why is it not working? Let me see. Oh no, maybe it did work. Wait, also, why is this not printing things the way that I expected it to print? Rust echo. This should be printing character by character, right? Oh, I didn't save. Okay. Copy. Where's my bananas? Rust echo cake. Bro? Where's my 10,000 bananas? So, wait, cake is in there, but not the 10,000 bananas? Did you save that file? Yeah, I did. The cake was also commented out. Okay, just 100 bananas and no cake. Okay, there are some bananas. Um, Still nowhere near enough bananas, man. Why do I have multi cursor on? How do you do this kind of for loops? What is it? Let I equals 0, I lower than 1,000, I plus plus. Again, double cursor, don't know why. By the way, the fact that you cannot issue one huge read, and instead here we're issuing a ton of small reads, that's also kind of sus in my opinion. I think this showcases that there is something broken with the math behind the partial reads. So we have 5,000 bytes worth of banana. That's about right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Should be 6,000, I think. Let's add more bananas. Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's add more. Okay, so it's actually doing it. So how come that this is doing it? Let's plop in the Zig version. Okay, I think I know what's going on. Well, not precisely, but no, I actually have no fucking clue about what's going on. There's a ton of weird things going on. So this is now working. Can I say this? I fucking hate Microsoft, by the way. I don't understand why everything Microsoft related is always like this. So if I issue a ton of small writes, that works, but one big read or one big write fails silently. This should be the equivalent of the 6K bytes. And then he reads partially the rest. Like this partial read is specific to what to how this other thing writes, I think. Let me also maybe not even return start server. What if we don't return start server at all? We just spam some random shit. Will this work? Will this do anything? Oh. No, okay. Something okay. So we have to call start server. Fine. Yeah, it read up to 8K, and that's fine. But also, where did the other things go? Like, this code is assuming that there is no individual call to write that can be made with more than some kind of threshold. And then it interrupts at 6K when our buffer is 8K. Then what's up with that as well? Oh no, that's actually the correct end. Wait, we actually did read to the end. So this reads everything to the end, but the bananas are lost for some reason. Number is just too big. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm overdoing it. Maybe these are just seriously too many bananas. I don't know. Probably should say something about it though. I don't know. Also, good luck looking at finding the implementation of this shit. It's like it's pretty much impossible. Also, wait, this returns a promise? Should I await this? Am I supposed to await this? Maybe that was the problem. And it's dead. Oh, maybe it's dead because it is too many bananas at this point. Wait. Okay, maybe there was a weird problem related to me not awaiting. Can we do 1,000 bananas at least? Can we do maybe a few of those? 1,000 bananas. The fact that if you don't call a wait on it, then weird stuff happens is also mind-blowing to me. Oh, come on. 1,000 bananas, man. It's not that bad. Is there one thing eating a ton of memory? No, we're kind of stable. This is just choking. Okay, fine. I'll catch your deal. 500 bananas, but six calls. Okay, so here's another idea. We only do it once. We only create a factoron of bananas once. Match inner match. Oh, of course, it doesn't work. Did I save? I did. Really? Like somehow there's a threshold past which it just breaks. Period. Okay. So this is Zig Echo. Time to bust out Rust Echo. Okay, Rust Echo versus that many bananas. Okay, let's make this less silly. Man, this Helix emulation thing in for VS Code is not the greatest, unfortunately. Okay, we don't write. We write. What do we write? We write like A. And we write 8,190. What was it? 6. What was the magic number? 192. Ah, great year. Bytes from that year smell fucking amazing. We await this process, this promise. So we want to write that many A's. Yeah, and then success. And actually, you know what? We write 1,000. Well, yeah, whatever. That's fine. Okay, so we run this. And it stops. We can make it 0 so that we can observe it that it starts reading success and then it fails halfway through. $193. Like it doesn't get any newer than this, man. 193 was the extension 1.0. Like what else? What else might we need? So no, there is no, like, the thing is, it was getting confusing a little bit, but ultimately the point is we still are in a situation where one read succeeds, one read syscall succeeds, and that's it. And Rust has issues read for up to 8K. Well, not only one, but it reads succeed as long as you don't cause a partial read. If you cause a partial read, then it fails. And I think we can give a Rust repro and show that it actually fails. Yeah, so I'm not gonna open a new issue. I'm gonna still point at this one and say, I'll use race conditions. Does it? Keep in mind that that stuff is single threaded. Yeah. But the fact is start server defined. Oh, it's their thing. Okay, before calling start server. Oh, I should also add. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. You know what? I was too naive in thinking that, you know, maybe the fix was actually going to be there, but so it's not even today's for real. Not even today. God damn it. Well, at least we provided them with a repro. Wait, literally 30 seconds. I think I have a fix. Matthew, my suggestion would be to I don't think so. Maybe you would be able to send them a PR if you want to. Holy shit, be my guest. But probably if you have some point that you want to make about like you know, blatant logic errors, I suspect that the best place to put this would be a comment in that thread. So this is the issue link. My Zig HTTP server has a memory leak, and for the life of me, I cannot find it. Neither can Valgrind, but then 32 bytes be there. Oh no. Can I send you a patch for you to try? I have no fucking clue of how. Well, maybe actually. Wait. I think this would work. This might be like, for this to work, this would have to be let me think. This would have to be node modules spelunking time. Wait. This got the MDU a diff. No, it's not in node modules. It's inside my VS Code. It's probably still source code, but it's inside my VS Code. Holy shit. I don't. So I guess there would have to be applications. Okay. What the fuck is VS Code? Wait, isn't? Oh. Wait a second. This should be under my user. Isn't applications under my user? Okay, now I'm going insane. Where is these applications? Bro, show me the fucking path. Impossible to know the path. Forbidden. As a macOS user, you are not allowed to know the path where your applications are. Okay. I guess it's Google time. Yeah, well, yeah, but that does not seem to be the case, man. Oh, I fucking knew it. Okay. Hmm. Oh, no, you know what? Wait, no, extensions are probably not in here. Extensions are gonna be in, oh god. They're gonna be in some place more fucked up. Wait, what? No, you're joking. Is it that easy? Holy shit, it was that easy all along. My bad. Well, we have some coding here, although this has been processed, so I don't think this is exactly readable. Yeah, everything has been bundled together. So so it is possible probably to debug this, but it probably requires a ton of effort. I would renew my suggestion, Matt, to if you can, to maybe point out either without diff or however you think it's effective potential problems in that thread. Yeah, trying out this stuff ourselves would require to go through a few hoops. Also, I can tell you another reason why it's a few hoops, because I could get this extension, like I could clone this extension and trying to build it myself locally. But the problem is that, well, first of all, I'm not sure how you kind of enable like two extensions at once while debugging. But also, this extension itself, the build process, is a pipeline that they then find themselves in their CI, because they have a few different projects that get squished together by their CI. So again, totally doable, but man, a pain in the ass also on that front. What a disaster. Okay. So what else? Kind of disappointed. If I have to be honest, I'm kind of disappointed. I was genuinely thinking that we would be able to fix it because, yeah, why did I think that? I think I just, you know what happened? It's just that I forgot exactly all the parameters of how to reproduce this bug. And then when I saw that the Rust version was reading everything, I kind of thought, oh wait, then this does work. But no, I had forgotten that the Rust version always is able to do the first part of the handshake correctly because it just has a big enough buffer. Which, by the way, we could also get a buffer as big or even bigger. The problem is that this would totally get us off the ground with, like, it would make it work. It would allow us to get past the handshake. But the problem is people will have arbitrarily big projects. So and that is indeed a problem. Give me a sec. Okay, so here's the plan. I'm sorry. I was seriously so optimistic. Since these kind of fall apart, I think I'm going to interrupt here the stream because I have some work to do, but it's very boring porting Zig work, so I'm not going to do that on stream. Sorry, boring porting the Zig website work. So yeah, I'm I'm sorry. I think I baited a few people, but I got baited myself. If it's any consolation, yeah. So I think I'm gonna cut here the stream and then maybe join Discord later, and chat some people up while I do the boring porting work. So, yep. Sorry, sorry everybody. Eternally optimistic. Yeah. I should know better, right? I should know better, but yeah, fuck it.